That's a very big yawn. Good morning, sir. Where's Miss Boo? Good morning, everybody. It's Brittany at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. We're chasing down Cameron. He's up and moving and looks so beautiful in the morning sun. Good morning, everybody. Cam. There's Miss Boo. I was wondering where she went. Where'd she go? Hi. You waiting on Marie? You waiting on Marie? This is Cameron Lion. Big yawns. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us this morning. I'm gonna try to make it up to you today that I missed yesterday. I just had a ton to do. And we had a staff meeting and all kinds of stuff going on. And I have a golf cart again, so I should be able to zoom around. So we have Cameron and Zabu. Hi, Boo Boo. Good morning. I know. What's the best part about being around all of these animals? I mean, I honestly struggle. Sometimes I feel like I'm the luckiest person in the entire world, and I get overwhelmed with emotion because these guys are just amazing. They've taught me so much about just them and the world and even myself. So getting to be a voice for these guys is probably the best part. Hi, Boo. Is that your comfy spot now? All right, let's get a close up. There we go. Here's that gorgeous girl. What was he talking about? Can you translate for us? We just got started. We've just been hanging here with Cameron and Zabu for a minute. This is Zabu, our female white tiger. And then Cameron down there checking out to see what Priya's probably up to on the other side. I know. You're so silly. Just waiting on breakfast. Yeah, Panicure started yesterday. And it goes for 3 days, so yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So they're still getting their normal breakfast and everything, but we have to make sure they get their medication pieces first. Good morning, everybody. If you guys are brand new to us, this is Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. She's just watching to see what Cam's doing over there in the corner. How cold it is, Bill. It's in like the mid-40s, but it is supposed to actually get warm today. Yesterday, I don't even know if it made it to 60, which is very cold for us here in Florida. Thank you, Eric, for your donation. It depends on the age of the tiger as to how much they eat a day, but we thaw out about 500 pounds of food a day. And most tigers get between 8 pounds and 12 pounds of food a day. You watching them? She's watching Victoria and Michael walk behind me. That's very cute. Oh, thank you so much for using Amazon Smile and choosing Big Cat Rescue as your charity of choice. You guys shop on Amazon. You can shop smile.amazon.com. It's exactly like regular Amazon, only they donate 0.5% of your purchase to the cats. So we have made a lot of money for the cats that way, which is absolutely amazing. Let's go see what Cameron's so interested in. My guess is it's Priya. So we feed every day between 8 and 9 a.m. And that is why you're gonna see everybody very excited, very pacey. Here's Priya way down there, so Cameron's obsessed over nothing. We'll walk down and see her in a minute. Thank you, Susan, for your donation. I know. We feed a large variety of food here, so every day it changes up a little bit for them. But chicken, turkey, beef, some of the cats even eat fish and shrimp. We do pork from time to time. Sometimes there's ground meats involved. Thank you, Mark, for your donation. So if you guys are super new to us and you're not familiar, this is Cameron and Zabu. It is a female white tiger and a male lion. He doesn't have his mane because he was neutered. She's also been spayed. We don't believe in breeding for a life in prison, essentially, because if you breed a cat in captivity, it's raised by humans, you can't release them. So it's not conserving them in the wild. And we just don't see the point in that. So we don't do any breeding here. Thank you, Diana. And I think I missed somebody else who donated. Thank you guys so very much. We are a nonprofit. We do support these cats through amazing donors and supporters like you. But we also sell a lot of merchandise. We have multiple online stores. You can buy really fun merchandise of all of these cats. And those sales go toward the care of them. So this is all Cameron and Zabu's enclosure. I have to walk back around from where I left my cart. No, Nicole, I haven't really seen anything like that. They are very affectionate towards each other. They do groom each other a whole lot. Lots of cuddles. But they also like their space. A lot of times you'll find them at the farthest ends of the cage away from each other, just snoozing. So it is a bright sunny morning, thankfully. Yesterday was very dreary and cold. At least today it's sunny and cold. All right, so we're gonna go back out and move up just a little bit. If you guys are just joining, we spent some time with Cameron and Zabu. Cameron gave us a little roar, a little half-hearted roar. Oh, now Zabu's rolling around. You guys are so silly. Thank you, Diana, for your donation. Passing by again. Cutie pies. I know, Marie's coming. All right, let's go see Priya. Hi, Priya. Good morning. Oh, boy. Now you're getting Cameron riled up. He does not know what you're doing. What are you talking about? Oh, boy. You been swimming? This is Priya. Now you can learn about all of our cats at bigcatrescue.org/catbio, or you can also do bigcatrescue.org/their-name usually, and that'll also find their bio page. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're just joining. We've already seen Cameron and Zabu, and now we're at Priya. I'm gonna try to do a little bit longer of one today since I missed yesterday. Here we feed chicken, beef, pork, turkey, certain kinds of fish and shrimp. We mix it up on the cats so they don't get bored and always just eating one type of food. And it's almost feeding time, which is why you're gonna see all of the cats very pacey and excited, which is a little more interesting than if I come out about an hour after breakfast. Everyone's asleep in their dens and you don't really see them as much. Oh, I'm seeing, I might have missed it. If Rhonda's having a birthday, happy birthday. This is Miss Priya. We stopped because she's driving Cameron wild. So this is side. We don't have any shared walls here. He's very curious though. What's she doing over there? Being noisy. I don't know if I've ever really heard Priya do like a true chuffing noise, but she has, oh there she's running because she hears the food cart. She has actually started roaring, which startled me the first time she did it. Priya's always been notorious for chasing the golf carts early in the morning, and now she's still doing that. But when she gets to the edge of the cage now, she actually lets out a really loud roar, which again scared me to death the first time she did it. But you're a crazy one. She's definitely more of a mooing tiger than a chuffing tiger. So it looks like Marie is over with Keisha, so we're not going to go over and bother. We might try it because she's not looking interested in food at the moment. Hi! This is Aries. Aries Cougar! Hi! So Aries lives here with his two siblings, Orion and Artemis, but it is, again, it's almost breakfast time, which is why they're very excited and pacey. But they are separated for feeding time, and anytime there's enrichment, we'd never want to make them feel like they have to fight for food. Good morning, Carol. Thank you to everybody who's sharing links and answering questions for me. Oh, I think we lost him. You coming back? Aries is the largest of the three siblings. Yes, he also has a purr that you can hear around the world. I actually learned how to tell the cubs apart by their sounds more than their appearance, because they're all very different. Good morning, everyone. If you're just joining, we started with Cameron and Zebu. We've seen Priya, and now we're here with Aries. I'm gonna assume, yep, I see another one over here. Everybody's happy now because they're here in the food carts. It's day 2 of Panicure. Yesterday went pretty good. So it's like Artemis. Hi, Artemis. Hi, pretty. Yes, that's that cute little noise you make. Yeah, Aries does have a speckled nose. He also has like white stripe markings on his feet, his back feet. And again, he's the largest. Aries is the largest. Artemis is the smallest. And Orion just has like a long face. Aries is like got a very chubby, like round face. And Orion has a long face. I always say he looks like he's surprised. Are you surprised? I don't have the food, sir. I'm sorry. He's like walking me right to his lockout. Sorry, sir. Lots of cub noises today. And we do call them the Cougar Cubs as keepers, but they're 13 years old. They came here when they were cubs. A hunter shot and killed their mother, and at least was smart enough to realize it was a lactating female and found the cubs. Hi. This is Artemis. Artemis is definitely the more shy and reserved out of the three. The boys will run right up to you and make all kinds of noises. Artemis is always thinking, always calculating. Over and see Kali have breakfast, maybe. Again, it's very important that they get their Panicure pieces before they get the rest of their breakfast, so it takes a little bit longer to feed on days like this. Yeah, I don't really want to get in the middle of that There are 3 keepers all trying to make sure everybody gets their meds. I hear you. You guys are the noisy ones. Aries and Priya. Noisy, noisy. Yeah, I definitely don't want to be a distraction. It's more important that they get all of the things that they need in the morning. But today, I believe the cat that we're officially celebrating is Frankie, which not yesterday, but the day before, Devin and I went out and gave Frankie and Gilligan some birthday treats. So you can see that Erin is working with Kali, Marie is working with Keisha. It's a quarterly worming, which is really important considering these cats do tend to come in contact with birds and lizards and other things that can carry icky stuff. There's Gabrielle. I don't know if she'll want to stay hi or not. Looks like she's done eating. It's kind of in a hard spot to see though. In the sun, I'm gonna blind all of you. Look how bright that is over our lake. It's just crazy. So let's go down this path here. See what everybody is up to back here. I heard that Kilona and Dryden weren't separated today. They weren't cooperating. Say it's too cold. Here's Miss Lily. Hi, Lou. I know, I don't have the food. Wrong person today. That's Tiger Lily. We hung out with her the other day. I like to try to show you guys different cats you don't normally get to see all that often. So let's go say hi to Frankie. It is his day. I don't get to see him that often, and he's very active in the mornings. That's Zukari way up on top of his platform. Hi, Zuzu. Some more keepers out feeding. We have Mark and Dylan and Max. Morning. We're here to say hi to Frankie because
he would love for you to say hi. He's still hanging out in his lockout.
Oh, for second breakfast. He's gonna tell me that he didn't eat yet. Oh, both of them are. So here's Frankie and Gilligan. Both boys are still wishful thinking that they're getting more breakfast. Hi, Frankie. See if I can get in here. Hi, sweet boy. Happy birthday, bud. So we had about 20 cats that had birthdays listed as January 1st. And so I wanted to give them all their own special attention, so I just spread it out through the whole month. And Frankie is the one that we're celebrating today. I believe he's now 13 years old. See, you're grooming, which tells me you did eat. Cats spend a lot of time grooming after they've eaten food. In the wild, they would make sure they're nice and clean so no predators would be stalking them for food. Gotta hide the evidence. His tail never stops moving, by the way. It's just the cutest. You're just the cutest. I was telling, I think it was Jamie the other day, in my own little fantasy world, I think Frankie and Smalls would have been the ultimate Bobcat couple. They're just both so adorable. You guys are so adorable. Yes. Should we say hi to Gilly since he's still patiently waiting? This is Gilligan. You guys just hanging in your feeding lockouts. Now the space you're seeing is only a feeding lockout. It's just where they come in, the food has been dropped on the concrete slab, and that's where they eat breakfast. But he can walk out that door behind him and go to all of his large enclosure. But in the morning, he wants to make sure he doesn't miss the opportunity for more breakfast. Look how fluffy you got. You got very fluffy, sir. Here, I wanna like, there we go. That chicken wire's in the way. Gotta show him how pretty you are. Look at that focus. See, where's that breakfast at? Frankie's gonna egg him on in the background. That's one of the fun things about being a keeper out here. When you walk around and you spend so much time with these cats, you end up making hilarious stories about them. We all have different voices that most of them probably would have if they could talk. Just ridiculous stuff. Gotta find a way to not be incredibly sad about these cats living their whole life in cages. Are you poofing? Oh, he's a very good poof. There we go. Hey, sir. Should we see if Loki's home? So you can see how he can go in and out, different sections. They all have multiple bubbles that connect, and they can go freely anywhere they want. Yeah, I think he's already in his den for the day. Yep. Hi, Loki. He's in that den back there. There's no good way of actually seeing him because there's a double layer of wire there, and then if you walk around the side, you can't actually see in the den. So let's head back out. All right. Wonder how long you guys are gonna sit here and wait for second breakfast. They're very good, just like your cats at home, at making you believe they did not get food. Yep. All right. I don't think I see Running Bear. I do see Apollo. It's very pretty with all this light coming through. Hi, Apollo. Enjoying that sunrise. So this is Apollo. Apollo is a Siberian lynx. Look how pretty his coloring is. It's like a really pretty reddish brown. Jill, really any of the behaviors that we're able to teach the cats, that is all taught through operant conditioning. It's basically a program where certified trainers work with cats to, you know, reward them for doing natural behaviors. So when they do go into lockout, you give them a treat. Eventually they learn going in lockout is fun. I usually get a treat. It's also where they get their food, and it's where their fresh water is supplied, so it's really a happy place for them naturally. But things like calling them to the side of the cage, having them lay down, having them stay with you for a long period of time, all of that is through operant conditioning. You look very cozy. Yeah, all the cats are gonna find the sunny spots today. It is very, very chilly here in Tampa, Florida. We're all very weak about that. I don't know how I survived Ohio for 30 years. I can't even. 2 days in a row of it being cold or cloudy here, and I'm like sad about it. All right. Actually, you know who I really think we're actually probably celebrating? I don't know. It posts at 9. It might be Hutch. Frankie might have been yesterday. Hutch. I don't know. There were 4 of them this week, and we did treats for all of them early because of Panicure, and now I've got it all jumbled up in my head. So let's go see. Maybe we'll see Hutch and Cyrus. We'll see what Rise is up to. If she's out. She's been sleeping in the mornings. We have to give a little extra effort on getting her to come out. And once she does, she's fine. She's just awfully cozy in there, I think. There's Servy. So you can see everybody knows it's feeding time. That's why they're all hanging in their lockouts. The group of keepers we saw earlier just came through here. So there's Sheena finishing her breakfast. And Miss Cricket. Hi, Cricks. Let's rise it out. I'm not seeing her out. So Rise is probably in her den there. Over here. So this section is currently still being fed. So Hutch is finishing his breakfast. What did they get to eat today, Maz?
Mush. They run out of right now because they run medicine.
Yep.
So mush and chicken thigh.
Nice. It didn't seem to bother Hutch at all.
One day. Good boy.
Good job, Hutch. So Maz said that they got mush and they got chicken thighs today with their panicure. Hi, sir. I guess I can come in there and say hi to you. Hi, sir. Hi, sweet boy. Yes. That's very nice. Very nice, yes. Wow. Wow. Thanks for saying hi. See, he just walked from this section all the way over to that section. And it looks like Ginger is over there on Funcation. Just finished her breakfast. Are you eating that grass? There's one blade of grass and you're gonna eat it. So happy birthday, Hutch. Hutch just turned 12 years old, and Hutch and Frankie actually came from the same facility. Thank goodness for Carol's persistence. When she went there to get Hutch originally, she saw Frankie and asked about him, and they weren't ready to let him go. And lucky for us, when she went back to pick up, I believe it was Echo, another rehab bobcat, they were ready to part with him, and now he's just such an amazing bobcat. It's nice to see him flourish in a new home. Hi. Very silly. You guys are quiet when you're actually eating food. This is the noisy section between Beecher, Hutch, and Cyrus. It's like a little choir out here most days. And then even Cricket gets in on it. Cricket's very chatty. Keep looking behind me to see if Rise has made her way out or not. I'll try to see her today if she wants to come out. It's awfully cold though, I don't blame her. Alright, let's go see who else is over here. So Beecher is being fed. Are you gonna follow? Hey, don't leave yet. No, we don't feed any live prey here. Except for to our rehab bobcats. So those are the cats that are being released back into the wild. Most of the cats that you're gonna ever see on my feeds, because we don't really go out and hang out with the rehab bobcats. We don't want them used to people. But no, they don't get live whole prey. Most of them either wouldn't know how to catch it and kill it, or even if they did, it'd be more of a game to catch it and kill it, but they wouldn't eat it, and that just seems cruel, so no need for that. The mush diet, which is a ground beef diet, that pretty much gets them all the vitamins and nutrients. The organ meat refuge that they would get in the wild, they get from that diet. So I think we're gonna see Cyrus eat his breakfast. He's a wild man. He eats and eats and eats. Sometimes he eats too fast, has to throw it up and then eat it again, but I've got a cat at home that does that, so. This is Cyrus having breakfast. And you can see that the interns and keepers stay with the cat for a couple of minutes after they have put the food in. This is our best time of day to observe the cats. Are they walking okay? Are they limping at all? Holding their feet in a weird way? Do they have any scratches or hot spots?
Good job.
Every last piece.
Good job.
Every last piece.
Maybe that's good. This is a ball.
Look at that tail. Good job, sir. Put that tail back in there. Hi. Hi. Hi, best boy. Yes. Yeah, you're the best boy. Yes, I know. So when Cyrus came here, I knew I wanted to form like a friendship with him, and I'm like, how am I gonna do that? Oh yeah, I guess I'm gonna bribe him with sickles, because I learned very early on that he loved blood sickles. So yeah, blood sickles. So every single time I would be in, I would ask if I could give him a sickle. And it took about 3 months, because he used to be really like aggressive and hissy. Yeah. And I looked back on my camera, the first time that I ever got that awesome noise out of him was about 3 months after he was here. He'd been getting sickles from me, and he used to like hiss really intensely, and then at the end he'd make this cute little chirpy noise. And eventually the hissing slowed down, and then one day the hissing stopped altogether and he started throwing out those trills, and I've just been in love ever since. You're the best boy. Yes, you are. Of course, he's one of my favorites, and it's impossible for me to like photograph him at this point because this is what he does. He's just against the side of the enclosure. Yeah. So I've taken to just taking slow-mo video of him so that I can actually see him. Yeah. You and those dreamy eyes. You've got dreamy eyes. We'll go see if we can see your counterpart. So Cyrus was housed with Chaos, which is a female caracal that we have, and she's basically the complete opposite of him. And it did not take long after they were here that we put them back together and realized that they don't like each other. I think it was Chaos that was limping really badly a couple days later from being bitten on the paw. Hi, are you flirting with Diablo? Diablo's under there, and that's Chaos. Are you flirting with him? That's very sweet, Chaos. Hi, Diablo. He's literally hiding behind that pillar. Hi, sweetness. It's the first time I've ever seen her show like that kind of behavior, the chin rubbing like Cyrus does. But anyway, these two were housed together in a basement in Ohio for the purpose of breeding. And clearly, it's not a good environment. He's flourished. She every day makes improvements, but they wanted nothing to do with each other. Hi. Can I just a couple steps closer, maybe? That's Chaos. There she goes. But I think I might be able to get you a rarity here. That's Diablo. Hi. Hi, cute boy. So this is Diablo Savannah. He is very elusive, very shy. You don't make too many friends, do ya? Nicole, most of our cats come to us named already, and as long as it's not incredibly cruel or demeaning to them, we do keep their names. That's Nikita roaring. Diablo's like, I'm out. He's like, I gave you your 2 seconds. And I hear Beecher calling now, so he must be done eating. Yeah, anytime cats are like rubbing like that, it's definitely a territory marking. They have tons of glands, scent glands all over their body, which is why when you first get home, your own cats will rub against you. They're remarking you. You're their territory. But it's their way of saying, this side is for me, that side is for you, which is why we never cross those barriers. Looks like Beecher's eating his salad. Hi, Beach. Hi. Hi, sir. Oh, that's very nice. Where are you going? Can we hang out with you for a minute? Beecher does all of his own landscaping. Get that grass. That's actually Diablo calling. He will. Yeah. Beecher literally does this before and after breakfast every single day. Oh, it's very bright. It's very, very bright. I don't think I can. Okay, I hear you. Cyrus made his way over. Hi. All right, buddy. I think we're gonna end with you, cutie pie. You gonna stay for a minute? Oh, not into the sun though. There we go. There we go. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. You can always rewatch this if you came in a little late. Yeah! We saw a little bit of Cameron roaring this morning. Cameron and Zabu, Priya. We saw all 3 of the cougar cubs. Got little glimpses of everybody getting breakfast. We saw Frankie and Gilligan and Hutch and Cyrus and Diablo and on and on and on. So this was a good one. Trying to make it up to you guys for not going live yesterday. It's very, very busy. I'm excited about the new Teespring merchandise. So I'm going to start showing you guys all that. So you can rewatch this at facebook.com/wildcatwalkabout. Go to the teespring.com/stores/bigcatrescue. And you'll start to see merchandise that we had on Amazon starting to pop up on that website. And it's exciting because it's in new forms. There's coffee mugs and tank tops and all kinds of different things. Hi! And it's just the beginning. It's taken a lot of time, but I'm excited about it. And thank you to everybody who donated, and especially everybody who shared this feed. That really does help us reach more people. And if I missed any of your questions, I'll reach out to you when I get back to my desk. He's just so handsome. Oh, actually, there's a little conversation happening here because that's Chaos right there. She's a lot more reserved. But the ironic thing about these two is Chaos is fabulous at operant conditioning and Cyrus is a disaster. so there's that. But anyway, thank you guys. I appreciate you all joining me this morning. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye everybody.